So have you ever walked away from an argument where you questioned your own reality? Maybe you knew something happened, but the other person swore it didn't. Maybe you were even told that you were overreacting when you know you had every right to be upset. Well, if so, then you were gaslit. And today I want to break down all sorts of techniques that are used in gaslighting. And more importantly, I want to talk about how you can stop them from controlling you. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I have my little sidekick Oscar here with me. I appreciate you being here for another video. My name is Beany and I work with women who have suffered from narcissistic and domestic abuse and who are now ready to take their lives back. For those of you who are already subscribing, I appreciate your support. If you're new here, just hit that subscribe button and then you'll be alerted when new videos drop. I talk a lot about gaslighting here on this channel because it can be such a subtle form of psychological manipulation that oftentimes we don't even recognize is happening to us. We just know that maybe something doesn't feel right, but not enough for us to kind of slam the brakes and jump ship. But unfortunately, the longer it goes on, the more we begin to doubt ourselves and the less likely we are to listen to that gut feeling that's telling us to jump ship. And so I want to not only break down several different tactics that narcissists will use, but to also teach you how to defend yourself from them. See, each of the tactics are used so that they can dodge any kind of accountability as well as be able to control the narrative of anything and everything. So some of your defense techniques will be concrete things that you can actually do, and others will be just kind of some blanket verbal responses that will help you to maybe not feel quite so powerless. And you're going to notice that much of what I'm recommending in ways to defend yourself has a lot to do with you and less to do about them. So let's get into it. The first is denial. And my ex, the narcissist that was in my life for a decade, he often used the term deny till death. Yeah, just ick, right? But see, this tactic will have narcissists outright deny reality. You know it happened. You remember it clearly. You may even have receipts to prove that it happened, but when confronted, you'll be faced with just a very simple, that never happened. And the manner in which they say it is with such simple conviction that it's very possible that it will make you second guess yourself. And so how do you defend yourself from this? First of all, keeping records and receipts like texts, emails, journals, screenshots, videos, audio recordings, anything, whatever you need to prove to yourself that this was real. You can say things like, I remember what happened clearly, and I won't argue about my reality. Step away and disengage and trust your own memory instead of seeking their validation. Another one of the tactics that a narcissist will use in gaslighting is, well, there's three of them. I'm going to lump them all together because they're kind of similar. They will minimize, they will trivialize, and they will twist the truth. Now, all three of these tactics are used to, again, dodge accountability, to control the narrative in their favor, and also to dismiss your feelings. So if you have ever been hurt by someone's words or actions only to be told that you're being too sensitive, that's minimization. Or how maybe you are made to believe that your concerns don't matter, and then they trivialize something that is important to you by saying something like, it's not that big of a deal. Twisting the truth might look like them bringing up or saying something hurtful, and then suddenly you misunderstood or you took it the wrong way. So someone who truly loves and cares about you would not dismiss how they made you feel. They would be cognizant of making sure that they didn't say or do things continuously to make you feel that way, right? Being able to recognize when someone is downplaying your experience to shut you down is a really big first step in beginning to fight back. Stick to the facts. You can also respond with something like, I'm allowed to feel this way and my emotions are valid. Someone who has your best interest at heart would never just shrug their shoulders at that response. The next tactic could be projection. A narcissist is great at projecting. Narcissists hate being called out on anything. So instead of taking responsibility, they'll accuse you of doing the very things that they are actually guilty of doing. If they're lying, they'll call you a liar. If they're cheating, suddenly you're the one being, unfaithful and disloyal. Shifting blame is just another easy way for them to not take accountability. I'm not the problem, you are. And as difficult it may be, your best defense to this is to not get caught up in attempting to defend yourself. Stay calm and say something like, this conversation is about your actions, not mine. And again, if possible, disengage, because remember, they're looking for supply, and getting you all hyped up and emotional is giving them that supply. So don't give it to them. Another tactic is gaslighting through others. Now, this is where they bring in a third or even fourth or fifth party, and they'll say things like, everyone thinks you're crazy or overreacting. So this makes you question not only your reality with them, but with everybody around you. And this makes you feel even more isolated. Your best defense is to be confident in yourself and who you are. And how do you do that? You do that by focusing on yourself, on learning how to not outsource your validation, and by understanding your worth and then demanding that others treat you as such. Love bombing and devaluation is just another gaslighting tactic. If you ever feel confused about where you stand with your partner, showering you with love and they can't live without yous, to cutting you down and hating your face, this is one of those strategies that keeps you confused. This strategy keeps you in a constant kind of push or pull, that limbo state where you just don't know where you stand with them. One minute it's nothing but love, and the next you are cut down to nothing in their eyes. Healthy love should never leave you feeling confused about how your partner thinks about you. So these are just a few of the gaslighting tactics that may be used by your narcissistic partner. And if you take nothing away from this video, please take away these 4 ways to defend yourself. The first one is to recognize them as tactics. Continue to educate yourself so that you recognize what is happening. The second one is, when at all possible, disengage. Stop being their supply. Limit your emotional responses. And your third defense is begin to document. Keep a journal, save messages, save screenshots, videos, audio recordings, all those things to help you to begin to trust your own reality. And then lastly, number 4 is begin to focus on yourself. Small doses of learning about who you are and what makes you tick. That's why I created my She's Up program, because it's a really good way to focus on you in very small, manageable ways so that you can begin to take charge of your life and kind of defend yourself against others who may throw these gaslighting tactics at you. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If this video has helped you in any way, you could hit that like button. That would be a great support. Or if you know of somebody who might need to hear this video, you can share it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And remember, as always, I'm rooting for you.